Well, I think one of my favorite moments of this entire thing was when he sat down so close to Khloe.
Yeah. Just next to you.
Sure. Want to sit this close? How are we going to talk to each other?
Sorry.
Was very reminiscent to when Tristan did the same thing.
No, you're right. It just feels good to be around the kids.
Why do you keep scooting closer to me?
Oh, sorry, I didn't notice.
Khloe has her boundaries when it comes to these men.
Khloe just got her boundaries. Let's be very clear. I think that she has super exceeded her love and affection for so many years. She's now finding boundaries to where now it is very blatant and rigid.
So, y'all know how Lamar Odom could have been Khloe Kardashian's endgame if only he had fought his demons and stayed clean, right? That chapter's definitely closed now, but girl, Khloe just brought his name back into the convo again, and this time it's not just a casual mention. She said Lamar prepared her for when Tristan Thompson cheated on her. Like, what does that even mean? Prepared? How? Like a heartbreak boot camp. The internet is kind of scratching their heads because Lamar and Khloe's past was not easy. We're talking addiction struggles, lies, and a ton of emotional damage. But now Khloe's out here saying that going through that helped her deal with Tristan's messy ways? Whew, it's giving full circle moment, but also, girl, are you healing or just recycling pain at this point? Either way, the drama is heating up again and we're breaking it all down, so stick around. So Khloe Kardashian's out here opening up big time about her past. And honestly, it's giving deep reflection vibes. On the June 2nd episode of her podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, she got real with a fan who asked her when she felt like the strongest version of herself. And her answer, totally unfiltered. She said that yeah, life's been messy, but all those wild chapters actually prepared her for even tougher stuff down the road. Like her super public divorce from Lamar Odom, she now sees that as the warm-up round for what was coming next, aka Tristan Thompson cheating on her while she was 9 months pregnant with baby True. Yup, she said, everything that happens in our lives is meant to happen, which like, bold take. But she's basically saying that even the painful stuff serves a purpose.
So I feel like everything that happens in our lives is meant to happen. And even if they're not all positive situations, I do think that there's steps in why things happen to you.
Talking about Lamar, she described it as a great love that was now lost and admitted that the heartbreak was so public it forced her to develop a thick skin. So when Tristan's drama hit the fan, she wasn't completely blindsided. She had already been through the fire before.
With me and my ex-husband, me going through such a public divorce and handling that, and yes, it was between him and I, and it was a great love that was now lost and that whole thing. It was so public that I've never dealt with something like that before, but I dealt with it and I had my family's support. And
so Khloe really laid it all out, and it's heavy. She filed for divorce from Lamar Odom back in 2013 after all those cheating rumors and his struggles with substance abuse. But then in 2015, when Lamar had that near-fatal overdose, Khloe actually paused the divorce process to be there for him. Like, whatever was happening between them, she showed up. That's just who she is. They finally finalized the divorce in 2016, right before she started dating Tristan Thompson. Now fast forward to the Tristan chapter, which, let's be real, was drama on another level. Khloe, who now shares daughter True and son Tatum with him, admitted how that whole situation felt like a totally different storm. I mean, having to go through that kind of betrayal 2 days before giving birth with a whole world watching, that's brutal. So back in the day, specifically in 2018, Khloe clapped back at a Twitter user who had something to say about her situation with Tristan. And honestly, she said it loud and clear, you have no knowledge of what goes on in our household or the enormous rebuilding this takes to even coexist, period. She followed that up with a reminder that healing isn't one size fits all. I'm proud of my strength. I appreciate your opinion and I hope you hold that same opinion to everyone else who has stayed in situations. And that's the thing. Khloe's never pretended to have it all together, but she's always owned her decisions. Then came 2019, aka the Jordan Woods situation. Yup, Tristan kissed Kylie Jenner's then BFF at a party and the internet exploded. Khloe and Tristan called it quits again after that whole mess. But just when we thought it was all over, boom, COVID happened, and these two ended up quarantining together. And y'all already know how that goes. Co-parenting turned into rekindling, but of course, it didn't last. By June 2021, they were done again. A source told Us Weekly that while the relationship was off, they were still amicable and committed to co-parenting True. So, a little peace in the chaos. Until, of course, the next bomb dropped. Later Later that same year, Marilee Nichols filed for child support after giving birth to Tristan's baby. Yep, he was still with Khloe when he got Marilee pregnant. A paternity test confirmed it, and Tristan went public with the truth and a very public apology. He said, "Khloe, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve the heartache and humiliation I have caused you." And he didn't stop there. "My actions certainly have not lined up with the way I view you. I have the utmost respect and love for you. I am so incredibly sorry." Then, in July 2022, Khloe and Tristan welcomed their second child, Tatum, via surrogate. So now Tristan is a dad to 4, Prince with Jordan Craig, True and Tatum with Khloe, and Theo with Marilee Nichols. But here's the wild part. Khloe now looks back and sees her whole Lamar situation as weirdly preparing her for what was coming with Tristan. Like, one trauma helped her build the strength to survive the next. She called it a stepping stone, which is honestly kind of heartbreaking, but also shows how much growth she's had.
That was sort of a stepping stone, if you will, for the next big traumatic thing that happened to me was when Tristan cheated on me right before I gave birth. And obviously no one can prepare you for something like that.
And yeah, she added it wasn't just about being cheated on, that happens, but it was the timing and the public mess of it all that really broke her.
The cheating, that's like, oh, like people get cheated on. But it was more that I was 9 months pregnant. I was having a baby 2 days later. And it was so public and it was everywhere.
Looking back now, Khloe's not bitter. She's actually proud of how she dealt with it all. Khloe said straight up that even though it was an impossible situation, she thinks she handled it the best way she knew how. And the crazy part, she credits her whole experience with Lamar for sort of giving her a crash course in surviving public heartbreak. Like, she'd already lived through the storm once. So when it came around again, she wasn't totally caught off guard. Khloe said, "I almost got a little experience of it, or a lot, from my divorce with Lamar, so it sort of prepared me." And yeah, that's honestly kind of deep. It's one thing to go through something painful, but turning that pain into emotional armor, that's strength.
The best that I knew how, because I almost got a little experience of it, or a lot of experience of it, from my divorce with Lamar. So it sort of prepared me. But if it was maybe just the one-off situation, and while you're have these newly fresh hormones and you're just trying to even be a first-time mom or be present in this moment and experience this moment, I don't know if I would have been able just to handle that isolated incident.
She even admitted that if the cheating scandal with Tristan had happened on its own, no previous trauma, no Lamar lessons, and especially while dealing with all those fresh postpartum hormones, she's not sure she could have handled it, because being a brand new mom is hard enough without the added chaos of public betrayal. But fans aren't exactly buying the whole "Lamar prepared me for Tristan" statement. In fact, some people online are straight up calling it out. One person said, "He didn't prepare you. He broke you down so much you fell for a fool like Tristan over and over. Big difference." Another person chimed in with, "And yet she got into a worse situation and involved kids." I don't think that's how learning lessons work. Handling it better is not the lesson. Not continuing to go through the BS is the lesson. So yeah, while Khloe's trying to find strength and purpose in her past, the internet, not exactly giving her a standing ovation. But now, with all of that behind her, she can actually look at those messy, painful chapters and see how they built her up. How every tough moment made her stronger. She wrapped it up by saying that everything she'd been through had prepared her for the next chapter in her life. Every experience, no matter how painful or public, had played a role in shaping who she is today. And now, looking back, she sees the strength it took to get through it all. She admitted that overcoming those moments made her feel truly strong, and even more than that, she's proud of the way she handled each and every one of them.
Everything prepared me for each experience in my life. And I think when you overcome those experiences, you feel really strong. And also for how I handled so many of those moments in my life, I'm really proud of myself for the way I handled them.
And you know what? She should be proud. That's growth. That's resilience. Khloe really took all that pain, all that public drama, and flipped it into power. And honestly, we love to see it. Sure, not everyone agrees with how she views the lessons she's learned, but at the end of the day, it's her journey. And if she feels like she came out stronger, then good for her. But yeah, whatever goes down next, you already know we'll be here to cover it all. So stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Check out my previous videos to stay updated on the latest and hottest teas. See y'all later.